Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University, and Nerdarchy's got some serious security issues. I'm in here every week. It's just poking around, doing what I will. So let's talk about some new comic books that came out this week, shall we? So I'm seeing a lot of heaven and hell themed comics this week. All right, we got the Dark Knight's Metal Wild Pack. All right, issue. It's a one shot, and this is DC Comics. All the evil versions of Batman just come straight out of hell, basically, by this powerful demon named Barbados, who's just like go and kill and spread havoc and chaos everywhere. We've also got another comic book called Falcon, issue number 5, where Falcon was actually in hell. Mephisto was in charge of this dude for a while, and literally just horrible, horrible. He actually had to leave a piece of himself in hell. Fortunately, it was his bad part, and Falcon was able to escape, and he beat the son of Satan to death. Not the son of one of the different versions. It's really confusing. It's really confusing, but I have pictures. All right, go and check out the review. Anyway, Baby Teeth, issue number 8. Fantastic comic book by Donny Cates, the guy who's writing the current Thanos and Doctor Strange storylines. And the mother of the Antichrist, her mother, so the grandmother of the Antichrist, is actually an evil person. Can you imagine that? And starts just doing the worst things to get control of this kid. Absolutely horrible. And to wrap up our Judeo-Christian monotheistic theme for the week, Judas, issue number 3 of 4. Yeah, there's actually a comic book called Judas, where Judas Iscariot, the betrayer of Jesus, apparently, turns out he's not quite as guilty as we thought he was. And he's in hell, though, along with Jesus. I know, it sounds like so apocryphal, but no, actually, if you look at the Bible, Jesus spent 3 days in Hades, in hell, while he was taking on the sins of all of mankind. So it's actually in the Bible. Anyway, so there you go, man. Like, just a whole 4 stories of hell. There's probably more, and I just haven't gotten to them yet. But, oh, wicked, wicked. Okay, so there are a couple more comics out this week. Everybody's not necessarily in hell. Some people are in space, like Venom and the original X-Men team in X-Men Blue, issue number 21. Yeah, these guys have gone into space because Corsair, which is the leader of the Starjammers and Cyclops' father by time paradox proxy, yeah, no, not now. So they go to try and rescue him, but it turns out that somebody who has been hunting symbiotes on the planet Clintar, the symbiotes like Venom symbiote, turns out that he has been supplying the guys who kidnapped these dudes, so you got a bunch of Venom symbiote laden dudes running around kicking some serious booty. On top of that, this Clintar hunter, turns out he knows something about the Venom symbiote because he knows when it escaped and got away and went to Spider-Man like all those years ago, back in the original Secret Wars title. Issue number 8, if I remember correctly. Anyway, got a couple more comics. We got a brand new character in DC called Sideways, and he's a lot of fun. He's kind of like a Spider-Man who teleports instead of web swings. I know, like, who thinks of these things? Finally, although we've got 2 Star Wars titles out, we've got multiple Star Wars titles out this week, a lot of Star Wars titles, but the one that interests me the most is Thrawn. That's right, issue number 1 of 6, supposed to be based on Timothy Zahn's story, and so far, it's really good. You get to see Thrawn actually do multiple reasoning quizzes that are able to give him an advantage over the people around him and endear himself to some and make himself a bitter enemy to others, but always come out on top. The guy is a genius. He's portrayed that way. Fantastic story. I love this. Such a good story. Anyway, so what else have I done this week? I did a little something with the Marvel Superheroes role-playing game. There's that. Oh, there it is. guys, I also did a fantastic review for the Black Panther story. I actually did 2 of them. One of them was a spoiler-free. The other one is laden with spoilers. And I have a very special guest who went with me to do the spoiler review. So if you have seen the movie and you're interested in talking about some of the spoilers that are in the movie, I reveal a bunch, and just talking about the movie in general with not having to worry about, oh no, there's a spoiler, then by all means, come on by. On top of that, Stained Glass Scarlet. You remember her from Moon Knight, issue number 14 from the first volume? She is a character who's created by Doug Munch and Bill Sizemore. She was created so that they could write a story about gun control. Yeah, I know. Marvel, all comic books for the most part, but Marvel especially, has always had a lot of great social commentary, even back in 1981 when this was made. And this is December of 1981, exactly 1 year after the assassination of John Lennon. So I explain Stained Glass Scarlet in a minute. And I also do about a 20-minute explanation of her first appearance in a Spotlight on story for Stained Glass Scarlet's first appearance in Moon Knight 14. So a whole lot of fun, and I really get into a lot of details with it. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. I'm sure by 7 days from now, 7 days, somebody will leave some kind of a loophole, and Nerdarchy will just swoop in and start pulling wires. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.
La 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 la.